So did everybody else. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Your consideration for approval of the minutes. Josh,
Second.
Donnie, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimous.
Abstain. I wasn't here.
Okay, 401, Paul abstains. Consent items 5A, B, C, any questions?
So moved.
Don,
Second.
Paul, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried unanimous. 6A, bid letting, Joe. Or Adam, sorry.
We went out to get bids for electric meters to match with the radio read water meters that we have. Some bid packages out to 3 people, or 3 companies. Got 2 responses. Border States Electric was $148,701.20. Dakota Supply was $147,275.25. With a difference of $1,400. The Border States has a 3-year warranty. They're higher. 3-year. Where Dakota Supply only has a 1-year. It is our recommendation that we go with the Border States, even though they're higher, for the extra warranty. We met with Steve. I think he provided everybody with a letter as to why. Dakota Supply also did not provide a warranty at the time of bid closing. The only reason I got a warranty from them is because I called them after the fact when I was going through it to see what it was.
That was from who?
Dakota Supply.
Dakota Supply, okay.
Warranty was specified in the bid package and they did not provide it at time of bid close.
City assumes all the maintenance after the 3 years.
Yes.
What's the expected lifespan of these meters?
3 days to 30 years. If we get a whole bunch of lightning, it could be 3 days. Some of the meters we're gonna pull out are probably from the 50s and 60s. So, you can have good luck and you can have bad luck. I mean, there's nothing that says these meters are gonna last 10 years.
What's the
20
best
years.
estimate, what's a guesstimate, Adam?
I would say 20 on most of them. Going with the all digital, there's a lot less moving parts, but you're more susceptible to lightning too.
And you can put them in?
We'll put everyone,
Long do you think that'll take?
I'm hoping 2 months.
Hmm.
As long as we can keep the meters here fast enough and we can get the meter transfers done in a smooth working order.
What other surrounding communities have these?
Anoka has there's one. There's 2 other companies or 3 other towns that I had references to that are using the same Neptune reader that the water department got with the Border State meters.
How long have they had them, and have they had good luck with them?
They've had some hiccups. Most of it had to do with billing systems not working like they thought they were going to. But once they got the bugs worked out, they had to go.
Is this in the bidets, or is that just water?
Just water.
This was just us separately. The price break,
If I could ask, I apologize, I don't have my hearing aids, they're sent in to get fixed, like, everybody don't need to shout, but if you could speak clear and a little louder, that would be great, thank you.
the price breaks were at 1,000 on the single phase meters. We cleared that. We ordered 2,280 of them. That was what the bid was for. That gives us about 40 extra. And then 3-phase meters, we didn't have enough to even get close to the 1,000. We only had 120, so we were at the mercy on those.
Anything else you wanna add? What's the delivery?
They have stock in most of the 3-phase meters. The single phase, they thought they had 3 or 4 pallets laying there, which would be 400 or 500 meters. And then anywhere between 4 and 5 weeks.
And do you wanna be a little later before you start putting them in anyway, or does it make any difference to you?
If we have all the readers and transfer equipment here, I'd like to start April 1st.
In which you could get 400 to 500 of them by then?
Yep.
Okay,
The 3-phase ones are gonna take the bulk of the time, just because there's some changing that we have to do on a few of them. We have to update it to more current metering system.
this isn't budgeted, but it'll be out of the, excuse me, electric fund, right? Good. Just for everybody's information.
We're
Right,
gonna,
we're on our bond.
How long the bond?
At this point in time, we're packaging a whole bunch of stuff together.
Okay.
So, probably the next meeting, or the second meeting in April, Shannon will come in and we'll have a presentation on the rest.
Probability is 10 or 15.
Not more than,
not more. For ours, we're hoping not more than 10. Because once the generation plan is paid for, which is 2016, we'll have some extra money to
Pay
pay
these.
this off.
Okay. Anything else you wanna add, Adam? Council, have any
Anybody got
questions?
questions?
This include then readers and software.
That was all included with the water department's
Okay.
bid package. We'll pick up a portion of it obviously, but they have their readers to, and it specified in the bid package that it had to work with their Neptune reader that we were gonna be receiving.
You said Anoka already has that.
Yes, Anoka is for sure the top, and there's 2 other ones. There's one smaller community out like Burn Island that's using it. Can't think of the name right now. And then there's one up in the northern part of the state that's using it.
Okay. Council wishes with Steve's opinion of that. Opinion,
Not more than the board.
Board of State.
Second.
Second by Paul, second by Mike. And subject to the Steve's note that we're okay with doing that. Steve? Okay, very good. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye. Opposed? Motion carries 5-0 unanimous. Thanks, Adam.
Thank you.
Helpfulness. 11A, license Wasco Construction and Mankato Plumbing license. Was it plumbing there?
is there any work from record?
That motion, Josh,
Second.
Paul, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes unanimous. New business. 13A, MnDOT upgrade of Highway 4 and 30 with our city concerns. All of that.
In your packet, you should have a copy of a map, and it's the exact same map that was presented to council in your second meeting in August of last fall. And areas that are adjacent to the Highway 430 corridor, along with the work that MnDOT's proposing to do in 2016. Working with staff, we identified these 8 areas directly adjacent to Highway 4 that we'd like to incorporate in with the Highway 4 project. And I don't know, I think this wraps into your next order of business too, is that correct, Joe, the resolution?
Yeah.
Should attack it at the same time. Okay, and what staff would like to do at this time is have council call for preliminary engineers report, and that would start the Minnesota statute 429 process whereby you could assess a portion of the cost of the project. So this kind of officially kicks off that project. So what staff would like to do is have council order a preliminary engineers report, including all of the work that's shown on this exhibit, this exact same exhibit you saw last August, as well as the next order of business under B, a report calling for the preliminary engineers report on the improvements within Highway 4 itself as well. And again, that's just to start the process on the 429.
It doesn't commit anything to, we have to assess 20% to bond, or this is merely the feasibility study starting,
That gives you the possibility to do that.
but not have to.
Yep, and it doesn't commit you to anything as far as what you're building or anything like that, but it does allow you the opportunity to assess under 429 if you choose.
Which we need to, okay?
Yeah, and again, as an update with the 2016 construction on Highway 4, and I've been talking to Zach Test quite a bit, saying, 2016 is coming pretty quickly, and we got a lot of things we gotta take care of. So we need to get the ball rolling on this. It might seem a little premature here in 2014, but we do need to get rolling on this. And one big thing we need to tackle on this is to identify all the parcels and anybody that would benefit from it and start that process there. So that's gonna be pretty lengthy. Normally in the past, when you call for preliminary engineers report, we come back and give you a next meeting or a month with the report. Here I see this being more coming back in 2 to 4 months with the preliminary engineers report.
And storm sewer may benefit a lot broader area than we're putting the pipe in for.
Correct.
Got a question.
Yep.
On that, let's discuss this with Don, Joel, and Gary too, the north piece up there at the north end.
North end of Armstrong?
Right.
Yep.
Now that's under consideration from that intersection north to be a county state aid road.
Yep.
Which, when the county decides to upgrade it, whatever that is, we would be obligated for 10% of the road surface.
Yep.
If we do this now, we're obligated for 100% of the road surface, correct?
That's correct.
So can we just do whatever is necessary in the right of way of the highway there and nothing else?
Yeah, and I did Joel talked to me after you were in his office.
Okay.
That portion that extends to the north, that's water main and sanitary sewer only, that's not storm. I guess what I'd recommend is we include it in the report, with the understanding that it may be yanked, but if we do cut it off, let's get it out north of the Highway 4
Oh, yeah.
corridor.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I think we enter this with the understanding that we might yank that, and I'll have a conversation with Roger about
Yeah,
when.
I have no idea when I don't even know if it's approved yet. I don't know.
Yeah. And if the surface improvements under the county are 10, 15 years out, that might be a little different than if it's 2 or 3 years out. But those are the kind of questions I'd like to get answered
Mhm.
before we do present the report. But no, that's a good idea.
But you would then go east on
11th?
11th?
Yeah.
You would wanna do that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a city street.
Yeah, I know that.
Yes. So,
Okay. All right.
Anything else?
no, is that all you wanted to go over 13 or 11 A and B? I'm sorry, 13 A and B?
13A.
Okay.
That's quite an aggressive project.
It is, but also taking into consideration what the savings may be by piggybacking it with the Highway 4 project, the savings may be significant over the long term.
Well, we found out this winter what great shape our water main is in.
Mark's fault.
I'll take blame.
So that, your estimate here comes to like 2.7, 2.8, whatever it is. In 2016, it's probably gonna be higher, obviously.
Yeah, we tried to account for a little bit of inflation, but we didn't want to throw an outrageous number at it either. So we looked at last year's numbers and then added 15%. So
So we need 13B. Resolution, okay, so we go to the resolution, the 13B, resolution ordering preparation of report improvements for Highway 4 infrastructure, 30, excuse me.
So moved discussed today.
Josh,
Second, dispense with the reading.
Donnie, any further discussion?
if I could, so
Yeah, no, you want-
so this would be a preliminary engineer's report that includes everything in Highway 4 as well as these 8 areas adjacent to it?
Correct.
Okay,
Yes,
right.
anything else? All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed, resolution passes 5-0 unanimous. Thanks, Owen. 13C, Waterloo County upgrade of Sixth Avenue resolution ordering preparation of report for improvement of Sixth Avenue infrastructure.
There again, in your packet, there is a map. The county plans on redoing Sixth Avenue south from First Street to the county state aid highway 55.
Should be
And
Casey's going west.
right, Casey's going west past the vet clinic. They plan on doing it in concrete. So again, we're proposing a feasibility study there to determine what the cost is going to be, replace the sanitary sewer, storm sewer, and water main. The county will be participating in the storm sewer.
And that storm sewer was upgraded when we redid that 20 years ago, whatever it was, so there shouldn't be a whole lot of storm sewer upgrade unless you get outside, right?
And they plan on removing the trees on the south side of that road and widening that
Really?
significantly.
It's not a bad idea, though. There's a pile of truck traffic on that road.
And they can't widen it to the north with all the power poles and all that stuff.
Cost prohibitive.
The boulevard,
Did they say when they're looking at doing this, or
This is due for 2015,
next summer?
next summer. That's why we're bringing it forward because we need to identify the property owners and start
Did
happening.
we have any cost estimate on that yet, or
No,
that's the engineers?
that's
That's
what we're asking for.
it's also a resolution form.
It's been,
Mike,
Second responsibility.
Josh, any further discussion?
I'll be in contact with Roger Risser at the county, and we'll bring back this report, probably in a month or two.
All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed, resolution passes 5-0 unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, 13D,
Baltimore County is requesting that a change be made in its state aid road sections, and they are adding to their county state aid system what we know as the compost program. So the county board has already passed a resolution approving this because of the fact that it is also part of city right of way and city road. The city must concur with that by adopting a resolution stating that they are in favor of this establishment.
that should get us an improved road out there.
Uh,
A potential.
better maintained.
that's the goal.
Yeah.
Eventually, probably.
Okay,
Gonna remain gravel though, or?
Wait a minute. Who knows when they're gonna fix it?
But at least the county has more resources to upgrade it and maintain it.
Doing a lot more since you retired, huh?
Pardon me?
I said, looks like they're doing a little more since you retired.
Okay.
Kidding you, Mike. 13D resolution form.
No more business of the reading.
Paul, Mike, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed, resolution passes 5-0 unanimous.
Another resolution that the county is requesting is another change in County State Aid Road and that Armstrong Boulevard North going north of 11th Avenue is also going to be designated as a County State Aid Road. And again, since it's adjacent to city streets, the city must concur with that resolution.
Yeah, that's what you talked about earlier.
Correct.
Yeah, all right, this is also a resolution form.
So move, dispense with the reading.
Aye.
Responsibility.
Josh, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed, resolution passes 5-0 unanimous. 13F, compensation review proposals, Joe.
We sent out 2 RFPs to companies that specialize in compensation reviews. In addition, we advertised it as a legal notice and placed it on the city website. Only one company responded and the proposal is attached. It is Springstead Incorporated, and they're proposing a professional fee of $14,950 with out-of-pocket costs not to exceed $1,000. This would be to review all of our job descriptions for all full-time and part-time employees, meeting with the department heads, meeting with city council members, and then also they would be doing a compensation review in regards to communities close to our size and in our geographical area.
The volunteers too.
Volunteers, yes.
And we talked about that in December when we were looking at ASME and LELS contracts. Actually talked about it, I think, in September, October, when we met at Firebolt.
We would end up taking money out of each one of the departments. Professional fees, some of it is partially budgeted, some of it is not.
This is
I think it is, yeah. The budget committee felt it was. So you're probably budget and personnel, everybody, I think. Individual thought was necessary. Okay, for a second. Josh, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 5-0 unanimous. Resolution for the financial gift from the Eagles for fireworks of $1,000 to the city. This is also resolution form.
So move, dispense with the reading.
Paul,
Second, that's you.
Josh, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by show of hands. Opposed? Resolution passes 5-0 unanimous. 13F, excuse me, H, appointment to the park board. Dave Schnellen resigned from the park board, and I'd like the council to approve Lonnie Straisman to the park board.
So moved.
Josh,
Second.
Lonnie, any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries unanimous. Molly, we got the letter, you want to explain, a letter from the demolition hospital site program? Yep, that'd be great.
In your packet, you have a letter from the Department of Employment and Economic Development with a response to our application for the demolition loan program. Unfortunately, we were not successful in our application to the program. It appears that unfortunately there were too many applications and just not enough money to go around. I did speak with the state today, and from what we learned, there were 2 projects funded only, and ours happened to be number 3, unfortunately. But from what we found out, the applicants that were approved were buildings that were even more hazardous than ours, if you can believe that. Perhaps buildings that had a fire and there was asbestos blowing around the community. So while ours is certainly a building that needs to be addressed, from what I learned during my conversation today, the applicants that were funded were applications that had much more need than we did. However, the state has encouraged us to reapply in their next funding cycle, which will be this summer, an application due in August. And with the indication that depending on the applicants that come in again, and who we're competing against, hopefully we would be successful during that grant round.
Did you think they'd have money appropriated for a second round? Or-
Well, that was her comment to me today. She encouraged us to reapply with the thought that hopefully we would be successful, given our scoring. We were 4 points from the second person awarded. So there were 2 awarded and we were only 4 points away. So her thought was, yes, given that information, we would hopefully be successful.
So the application is due August?
Correct. It's due August, and so sometime in June, give or take a little bit there, we'll begin the process again.
And you should know 30 to 60 days after that,
Mhm.
again, like someone.
Correct.
Right.
When would the funding be available?
The loan, as I'm understanding the process now, they are working with those communities that are selected to execute the appropriate loan documents. I don't have a good feel for how long all that takes, but I'm guessing the applicants that were awarded this round will definitely be under construction this summer, so.
Destruction.
Exactly. Okay, thanks, Molly, very much. Done. Paul? Steve? Joe? Had a coffee hour yesterday, 10 people present, a little more than normal, so I encourage everyone to please come to the the third Monday before the second council meeting of the month. Some stuff that was brought up, ag banquet, chamber rep was here, Molly was here, Bill Miller was here, Joe was here. I think that covers all of them. The ag banquet night is businessman's night, is business person's night, March 24th, which is next Monday night at VFW. There's a Veterans Memorial fundraiser at the Legion this coming Sunday, March 23rd. District 840 Foundation fundraiser is March 30th. That's a week from this Sunday. Doors open at 11. And auction is 12 and 1 and 2:30, I believe. Tree trimming has started. It was an adventurous day today, and it has been for a couple weeks. Have you been out? Adam, everybody?
Yeah.
Well, you about half done? How far are you done?
Well, we're not quite half done.
We're a little over,
What's that?
we're a little over half.
Okay, very good. Okay, and then there was a couple concerns about the loss of parking if the mini roundabouts are brought in 2016. There was some concern, as there has been ongoing, that we visited about 2 or 3 months ago to be, you say April, Joe?
April, May.
Sometime this spring, they'll give us a demonstration, right, Linda, of the mini roundabouts. And I think we figured out there'd be at least a minimum of 6 spots that we would lose, six to 8 parking spots if the state goes through it. And remember, we passed a resolution. We passed a resolution opposing the mini roundabouts.
I remember on that sheet, it said 30 parking places we would lose.
Well, the one note yesterday said 22, but I thought it was only 6 or 8 around here. Now, that's just right around the corner. That doesn't include some out of the parking lot because they want to add, they want to take a few feet away where the Boston used to be coming in. They also want to take some footage away down by the Eagles as well.
Every intersection, all 4 directions are taking parking places,
Yeah.
and it's 8 pieces, that's about 4 each, is 32 right there.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me,
What's that?
trust me.
That's 32 spots. Anybody has any questions, you call Mike tomorrow, I'll give you a cell number, because it's 32 spots that we're losing. So that I don't have to answer all
This
this.
is the number that was on that map that he showed us.
Don't remember seeing it, but I'm glad that you brought it up, so that's even more information that we shouldn't do it. Very good. Let me see, thanks to the Stray Cat for coffee, they generously give it to us at no charge, and for making, fresh, warm chocolate chip cookies, thank you very much. And Mike? You gonna give your cell number? You're retired, Josh, Ray,
Just letting the public know to be careful where barricades are placed out in the street because we've got some really soft water main breaks. And we've been putting the barricades and filling them as fast as we can, but we may miss one now and then. So just be very careful around where the water main breaks have been.
okay, very good, thank you. Mark, what do you got, 17?
17,
Okay, 17 water main breaks this year,
20 all last year.
amazing. And five water frozen services and 2 sewers, but
8,
8, no, we're more than.
Yeah.
Okay, how many are currently frozen, still 3?
4.
4, okay, one more.
Just let you know, we will be taking care of raised streets in the spring, cleaning them up, so.
Very good, anything else, Mark?
Nope.
Adam?
Nope.
Mark? Linda?
The movie this week is Divergent. We are opening it. It's a PG-13 movie. It's similar to The Hunger Games. It's based on a book by the same name.
Very good. Molly? Thank you everyone for attending. I need a motion to adjourn. Josh? Mike, thanks. Have a good evening.